for the little interlude in between the last video I posted because y'all fucking let me down. The real ones didn't. But the one that said y'all love me, we'll love you if you don't do makeup. We'll love you if you don't do stories. We'll love you if you don't drink. I didn't do any of them just to test you guys. And it fucking flopped. It flopped hard down, boots down, house down, mama purr. So you do hate me. You hate fat people and you hate gay people. I guess I'm back to the basics because it's all that you love me for. And if you're new, it's not your fault. I'm sorry. We're doing makeup. We're doing stories. We're doing drunk. And Stephanie is back after being bad as fuck. She called me a million fucking names. She played multiple pranks on me and my fiance. And she's been getting her ass beat. Sorry, she has. Today, we're going to be doing goth makeup. Yeah, we are. We're going to attempt it anyways. And we're also going to do Am I the Asshole Stories, Part 2. Before we get started, Batty shot o'clock, baby. Just so you know, I've already taken 3 shots before this because I was waiting for my camera to start. I have never once attempted doing full goth makeup. I've never been friends with someone who is fully goth. So I don't literally know anything about goth makeup. Like, I've just seen the baddies online. We're gonna do the base, and then we're gonna get started on our first story. Do you think this is light enough? It's gotta be. It looks fucking white. Maybe this concealer I've been using is literally just fucking white. What is this? I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm supposed to put powder all over my face or just in like a normal powder spots. All right, first story. Am I the asshole for asking to divorce my wife after she called me a loser and mocked my hobbies? My wife and I have been married for a few years, and overall things have been fine, but recently we had a huge argument that made me reconsider everything. I've always been passionate about gaming. Okay, every guy's passionate about video games. Why can't you help me with dishes? Why can't you help me with this? Babe, I'm passionate about video games. Board games and other hobbies that help me unwind. I have dedicated a room in our house for my setup, which I've put a lot of time and money into. My wife has never been into gaming, but I never really thought it was an issue until now. During an argument about something completely unrelated, she snapped and called me a loser and a man-child for spending so much time and money on childish hobbies. Okay. She went on about how it's embarrassing that I still play video games as an adult. Okay, first of all, fuck you. You're never too old for video games, but... And how I should be focusing on more important things. She even mocked my gaming room, calling it a playroom for an overgrown teenager. She clocked the fuck out of him. I was stunned. She had never expressed these feelings so openly before, and hearing her say it with such contempt really hit me. I asked if she had always felt this way, and she doubled down saying she thought I would eventually grow out of it. That was the breaking point for me. I don't think I can be with someone who doesn't respect anything that is such a big part of my life. It's not just about gaming, it's about the fact that she sees it as immature or a joke because of my hobbies. I told her I wanted a divorce. Now she's acting like I'm overreacting and that I'm throwing our marriage away for just some words. Some of her friends think I'm making a rash decision, but I feel like this is more than just an insult. It is a glimpse into how she truly sees me. Am I the asshole for deciding I don't want to be with someone who looks down on me like this? First of all, you're never too old for playing fucking video games. If you don't like video games, you don't like playing games, you might as well say you're too old to watch fucking Disney movies. You're too old to dress in something that's not a fucking suit and a fucking long dress. Like, it opens up so many things that you're too old for. Like, it's a stupid fucking conversation to have. What I'm guessing, I want to know what the conversation started with just so I could get, like, did she bring this out of nowhere? Or, like, where did this argument come from? Because I can see why... The only time that I feel like playing video games and having a game room could be immature is if you're doing that instead of doing your duties as an adult. Taking out the trash, paying bills, going to work, that makes sense. But if he does all those things and wants to come home and play fucking video games, then do it. If you aren't doing those things and you're sitting there playing fucking video games while you're not giving your wife or kids or whatever attention or paying the bills or going to work, then yeah, it's fucking mature as shit. One argument should most definitely not make you want to get a divorce. And if the argument made you that upset, then I don't think you love your wife as much as you think you do. But we need to take a shot. Batty shot o'clock! Stephanie is low-key siding with the wife on this. I don't know, Stephanie. It's a little hit or miss for me. I'm filming this a day earlier than I normally do because my birthday's on Wednesday. I'm turning 25. If you guys feel like sending me $10,000 on Venmo, you can do that. Here's the goth picture I'm kind of trying to replicate. Something like this. Okay, am I the asshole for telling our roommate his kids can't come here anymore, then giving him notice when he refused? Okay, sounds juice. A year ago, my husband, 31 male, and I, 29 female, decided to let an old friend of ours, let's name him Adam, 30 male, move in, as his living situation won't allow his children there. All boys ages 7, 4, and 1.
Fuck no already.
That is fucking crazy. We have a daughter age 6, so we felt for his situation. Adam would get the whole basement with his own full-size fridge. The top floor is ours, and the main floor was a shared common area. Adam was told that common areas are kept clean by all parties, and everyone is expected to clean their half of the house themselves. Okay, that's fair. They're actually really sweet for letting him and his 3 kids move in. That's really sweet. We asked Adam why his kids weren't welcomed at his old place. He said that 2 of the 3 kids are not his. He was with a girl for 2 years and on and off and had a baby with her. However, the people he lived with don't like him playing daddy to the oldest when they aren't his kids. Who the fuck are these people that are mad about him being a dad to the oldest that's not his? Why do they care? Okay. My husband and I found it very strange, but we agreed 2 nights a week was okay with us. The first few months were okay, despite having to remind him about cleaning and the smell that was coming from the basement. What fucking smell is that? I would be so fucking embarrassed if me and my kids were staying in the basement and they were like, hey, we're getting a smell from the basement. I would die from embarrassment. I'm sorry. Until one morning, I woke up and stood there in horror when I found raw eggs and shells all over the house. I screamed so loud. Adam came running. After seeing what happened, he investigated, then came back up to apologize. His excuses were he had overslept, and the oldest admitted that he went to my fridge and couldn't help himself when he saw a 30-pack of eggs. Couldn't help himself from what? Grabbing them and throwing them around the house? I mean, low-key, eggs do look throwable. They look chuckable, in fact. Sorry, I couldn't help myself from egging your house.
Those kids are bad as fuck.
From there on, the 2 oldest kept sneaking upstairs early in the morning while Adam slept. Breaking things, stealing things, eating things, and even started going to the top floor where we live. Each time, Adam would give an apology and promise to do better to keep them under control. My final straw was when I woke up to my brand new Costco pack of ice cream sandwiches half eaten, melted and smushed in multiple surfaces of the... These kids are bad as fuck. Oh my god. You are not the asshole queen. It started with a lock on the basement door. So Adam could keep the kid... Okay, locking your kids in the basement is a little bit crazy. But they are bad as fuck, so. Then we had to remove the lock in the bathroom door because they started locking themselves in and peeing on all the surfaces of the bathroom. We put a baby gate up to keep them out of the living room because they kept stealing and breaking things, which they ripped down twice and ended up screwing them into the wall instead. Present day, our house so locked down that his kids are only able to be in the basement. The smell from the basement is so strong, like sour milk and vomit. People refuse to come here anymore, and Adam keeps claiming there is no smell. Okay, you've gotten fucking nose blind to it with your badass kids. How about that? Adam has never used a single cleaning product to clean except maybe baby wipes. The downstairs furniture is all coated in some gross sticky film. There is paint missing from the walls, some holes. When we found out I was pregnant, we decided Adam needed to leave for obvious reasons. We were planning on waiting a little as we wanted him to move before the baby is born, and I'm 2 months along. But then Thursday happened.
Give us the tea, queen.
I was home alone. Oh god. So I decided to take advantage of it. I blasted some music and started cleaning. An hour later, I went to throw in a load of laundry. I grabbed the bottle of detergent and it was covered in pee. Sorry, what? Pee was everywhere. The laundry tub was clogged with pee. On the floor, side of the washer, now all over my hands, everywhere. I cleaned it up, put my load in, called my husband crying. My husband was pissed and messaged our group chat saying what happened and how the 2 oldest kids can't come here any longer. Adam apologized and says how sorry he is and that I cleaned it and that it upset me. Then he stated how those are his children and it's unfair to say they can't come here and he is going to bring them anyways. Long story short, I snapped. I told him I put a lock on the laundry door and he has 60 days to move out. 60 days, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's by law or something, but 60 days is crazy. I would have cried myself to sleep every little night with those little fucking devils running around. How do you fucking piss on laundry detergent bottles? Those kids are bad as fuck. This is literally making me so mad. All of our family and friends are happy we were kicking them out because the smell is so bad, yet we still feel like we are attacking the kids for being different. And stating that locking them out of the room was insensitive. It's not insensitive if you're kicking them out anyways. Because I understand kids piss me off. I'm really on the fence about having kids just because I have a short patience scale. That sounds dumb as fuck. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I'm just not ready for kids. I'm 25 in 2 days, but like I have. Oh, those kids are bad as fuck. Okay, let's get to the next step of the makeup routine. Took me literally like 30 minutes to do one eye and it looks so fucking ugly. I cannot get over it. Betty, shot o'clock! Am I the asshole for refusing to help my in-laws financially after realizing they're taking advantage of me and my wife? Ooh, juicy. So I, 32 female, have kind of reached my breaking point with my in-laws and now apparently I'm the bad guy for it. My wife, 34 female, oh, lesbian girlies, I love it, have been helping her parents out financially for years. We've covered medical bills, helped with their mortgage, and whenever there were some emergencies they couldn't handle, we stepped in. We never really thought twice about it because, well, they're family, and my wife felt like it was our responsibility. But then I started noticing a pattern. Every time we gave them money, suddenly they had cash to go out to fancy restaurants, buy expensive designer clothes, or splurge on stuff they absolutely did not need.
Oh, fuck no.
At first, I tried to brush it off. Maybe they just needed a little joy in their lives or whatever, but it kept happening. And the thing is, it was always right after we helped them. Okay. This makeup is so fucking ugly. If they're buying designer shit right after you give them money, the thing is if they always need help from you, it doesn't even matter when you gave them money or if they're using the money that you gave them or not. The problem is if they need to constantly ask you for money, regardless of them spending your money or their money on those things, they should be saving their fucking money so they don't have to ask you ever again. My final straw was last month. My mother-in-law called my wife crying about overdue medical bills and how they were struggling. We sent them a good chunk of money because obviously that's important. A few days later, I see mother-in-law posting on Facebook about how they're having a much-needed getaway at some luxury resort. Okay. I showed my wife and she immediately started making excuses for them. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe they used a different credit card. Maybe we were overthinking it.
This is really fucking pissing me off, actually.
But the more I looked into it, the clearer it became. They were not overdue medical bills. They straight up lied to us so they can go on a fancy vacation. That was it for me. I told my wife we're done funding their lifestyle. If they can afford designer clothes, they can afford their own damn house. My wife was hesitant at first. She always felt responsible for them, but she even had to admit that it was messed up. So we told them we weren't giving them any more money, and all hell broke loose. Mother-in-law called us ungrateful and sobbed about how we were abandoning them. Father-in-law said I was manipulating my wife, and then they dragged other relatives into it. who are now guilt tripping us, saying things like, but they're family and you have the money, why wouldn't you help? Now my wife is second guessing everything and I feel like the villain, but I can't keep lighting money on fire for people who refuse to act like they're responsible adults. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the fucking asshole. Like I said previously before, if you are asking for money all the time, you don't have money to go on expensive getaways. You don't have money to buy designer stuff. You don't have money to go out to expensive restaurants. Ever. You should never be, I don't even care if you're, if you're broke and you are going out to have, you can have fun without spending a lot of money. If you need a getaway, go to a motel and drive a fucking 30 minutes away and go have fun there. If you're broke, but you get a little chunk of money and want to have fun, go to the movie theater. Why the fuck are you spending $2,000 on designer shit to have a little pick-me-up? I don't give a fuck. You're using my fucking money for it. Don't ask me for shit. Am I the asshole for kicking my friend out of my engagement party after he proposed to his girlfriend there? Are you fucking... Okay, let me calm down. I, 26 female, and my fiance, Jake, 27 male, had our engagement party last weekend. We've been together for 3 years, and he proposed last month. My best friend, Lisa, 26 female, offered to help plan the party at a rooftop bar. That's what my friend did. Super chill, just close friends and fam. Everything was perfect until... Oh god, this is embarrassing. I'm already fucking cringing right now. Midway through the night, Lisa's boyfriend, Mark, 28 male, grabbed the mic during the toast. I thought he was going to say congrats or whatever, but he starts this whole speech about how love is in the air. It better fucking not be. And suddenly drops to one knee in front of Lisa. Everyone starts screaming, phones out, the whole thing. Lisa's crying, nodding yet. Yes! I'll accept your proposal at my best friend's engagement party. Yes, I will. Really? Really? Nodding yes, and the crowd goes wild. I'm standing there holding my champagne like, this is my engagement party. Jake's just awkwardly patting my back. Once the clapping dies down, I straight up asked Mark, dude, seriously? You couldn't pick literally any other day. He shrugged and said, come on, it's not like you guys need the spotlight all night. His exact words. Okay. I think that men that do that literally just have no creativity and they just see something like that and they're like, well, I don't fucking know. And then they just fucking do it. This is dumb as fuck. If there is a man watching this, or a woman, or whatever the fuck you are, never fucking propose at... That's like wearing a long white dress at someone's fucking wedding. What are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? I lost it. I told him to leave, and when Lisa tried to defend him, you too, bye. Oh, she gagged the fuck out of them. They left, but now half my friends are on my phone saying I overreacted and should have been happy for them. Lisa texted me, you ruined what was supposed to be the happiest moment of my life. But hello, it was my moment. My mom says I was justified, but my brother says I looked jealous and petty. Jake's staying neutral, but thinks Mark was out of line. So am I the asshole for kicking them out? Should I have just let them have their moment? Honestly, you're very powerful for kicking them out in front of everyone. What you could have done is maybe just kept your composure about how mad you were and maybe told them the next day. But I mean, they were the asshole for that. Sorry, they were. You ruined her moment. The night was about you guys. So I'm just... Yeah, and someone in the comments also said, you literally funded this party. They literally paid all the money. They had all the people there. This was their moment they paid for. They literally paid for it. And then they piggybacked off of what they paid for. Okay, then if it was your moment too, then you can go ahead and... Half the money, come on. It's a rooftop party with all these guests and liquor. Go ahead and give me half my money then, since it was also your moment as well.
Fuck them.
You know what? Yeah. so hot right now. I'm so hot and uncomfortable. I just want to be laying on the couch with my baby. Last story. Am I the asshole for not getting my husband's name tattooed on my neck? Okay. Before I begin, this is my sister's story. Oh, God. She wanted me to share with you guys. For the sake of this post, these are the fake names. Best friend, Henry. Husband, Tanner. Sister, Mary. Me and my husband have been married for 10 years and together for 20 years. Before we even got engaged, before we even thought of getting together, I told him I would never get anyone's name tatted on me. That's smart. I have lots of tattoos on my body that are for my fiance, but it's not a name. You know what I mean? I could pass them off as something else if anything happened, which it never will because I love my fiance. We're fucking inseparable. We're going to be together forever. I've never had a problem with people getting their partner's names tatted on them at all, but it just wasn't my style on the way I would showcase my commitment to anyone. Apart from my kids, that is. I've had tattoos since I was 17 in high school, and since high school, I've made a promise to myself that I would never tattoo my partner's name anywhere on me. That's the only thing I couldn't do. This happened about last week, and my husband is still mad at me for my answer, refusing to speak to me as much as distancing himself from me as well. One day, my husband and me were in the living room. He was scrolling on his phone, sending me posts back to back while I was at my desk on my computer writing emails to my boss and coworkers. But one post caught his attention the most, or at least it had to, because he quickly stood up from the sofa and basically sped over to my side to show me the video of a woman getting their partner's name tattooed in the middle of her chest. As he's showing me the pictures, he has a huge grin on his face, watching for my reaction as I watch the video on his phone. I don't know why, but that's so cute to me, but maybe a red flag. I don't know, but I think that's kind of cute. After the video ended, I just sat there speechless, looking at him. He had two heads. It was just silent until he asked me if I would ever do that for him. Without a bit of ease or gentleness in my voice, I answered and straight up told him no. He knew I wouldn't. My promises to myself weren't going to change just because he wanted them to. His smile immediately dropped when I said that, and he asked me why not. I told him what I told him before. I would never get anyone but my child's name tatted on me. He said that it was stupid and that him and the child should be given the same treatment. I told him it wasn't the same. The back and forth broke out a small argument before he stormed out of the house. I don't know where he went, but I was so upset I didn't bother checking at all. She said, fuck that man. It was most likely he ran back to his father's house or maybe even his sister's house. A few days later, while I was at work, Tanner kept blowing up my... Was he gone for days and you didn't care? She said, I don't know where he went, but a few days later... Was he gone for a few days? Because that's kind of crazy. A few days later, while I was at work, Tanner kept blowing up my phone along with his best friend, Henry. And Henry was calling me types of degrading names like dumb bitch or piggy or something like... If I'm with you and your homeboy is texting me, calling me a dumb bitch and a piggy because I won't get your name, fuck no. At first, I understand the little argument because you won't get your name tatted or whatever. Maybe that's a normal thing. I could see how that could possibly turn into a
Ow, fuck!
I think I'm going Helen Keller. I can't fucking... I don't know, and I really don't care because I don't even know why he had my number in the first place. Not unless Tanner gave it to him. I was just aware he called me names. After work, I finally picked up one of Tanner's many calls. And as soon as I picked up, he hit me with the, why can't you get my name tatted? He really wants his fucking name tatted on you. Really badly. And that, at first, the cutesy little answer, but if it's that big and you're just pressuring me, it's like you want to fucking mark me. Like, what's going on? You're scaring me. We've been married for years. Why can't you fully commit to me? I told him it was because I've already committed to him the day we got married. He told me that that wasn't enough for him and that I could do more to commit to him and it would make him feel even more loved. Okay, he's giving really scaring now. I don't like this. Over the weekend, he came back home, but since Saturday, it's been quiet and distant and still is today. I'm not about to lose my marriage over this, but I'm also not going to give in to him tattooing his name on me just because he won't speak to me over it. First of all, I need you to confront him about his friend. Because if he is having his friends text you dumb bitch and piggy, that is fucking insane. I'm not one to take offense to words and names like that, but if they're coming from my fiance, it's a huge thing. If my fiance called me dumb, even for like a joke, I don't like it. I'll start pretend crying, so he comes and chases me and kisses me and other things. But If you are sending your friends after me to do your dirty work and they're calling me fucking horrible names, we're done. I'm gonna finish up this makeup and then, yeah. This is the end of the video. I love you guys so much, and I look fatter with this makeup on. Is that weird? I don't know. Make sure you fucking subscribe, because half y'all bitches aren't even fucking subscribed yet. So...